Your Lordship. It's not only about the complaint as said, it's also medically related, because the condition where he has been kept at the moment, it's violating his situation in regard to that, because as compared to where he needs to be kept at the New Lock, the conditions are not the same. So the other thing, the same place where he is now, he cannot even be able to make a bookings for, the doctor cannot phone the doctor for making arrangement when he has to book. The last time that he has been able to communicate with the outside world, including the doctor, it was February this year. So since then, he has been denied. His constitutional rights have been suppressed. Very strong. So I hereby pleading with the Honorable Court that let Mr. Baloyi, let this not be repeated in the next appearance, Your Lordship. And I also take the directive of the Honorable Court insofar as the state has to receive them. Thank you.
We'll try and get the head of prison at Khosimampuru to be here on Monday, so that we can perhaps once and for all resolve this issue.
I think that will begin to address the issue, and the one about medical attention is very, very, very vital, because he is in custody. He is not in a position to determine when to consult, but there should be assurance that when medical attention is needed, he shall be able to have it. And I know that sometimes if you are in custody, it takes longer than shorter for that to happen.
As the court pleases, but as we indicated, he was medically examined after the first complaint. We've asked for copies of the medical report, and we'll share them with Advocate Defo. But for now, my Lord, we just request that the status quo remain until Monday.
Yeah, and also Advocate Defo, it will be very difficult for you to stand there and say accused number so and so prefers to be incarcerated at this and that prison. That cannot be the approach. That will show a kind of a non-judicial tail beginning to wag a judicial dog, and let us not allow that. If that place is unsuitable, any other place that is suitable should do, not a specific one that he mentioned. And if I make an order around that, even though the prison authorities will be surprised how I go along with such a thing. So the long and the short of it is that he is unsatisfied because of reasons which Advocate Baloyi is going to present to the prison authorities, and as to what will be the solution will depend on the outcome of that interaction.
Your Lordship, is very much disingenuous for my learned colleague Advocate Baloyi to say there is no way or it's impossible for the accused number 3 to be taken at where he is, place where he is complaining about being taken elsewhere. It was so simple. It was so simple to take him from Johannesburg prison, transfer him without even following the procedures in terms of the Correctional Service Act.
But who does that? Is it not the prison authorities who do that?
No, it was the police, not prison authority.
The police go to the prison authorities and say, we want this.
It's what has happened, yes. So as much as the head of prison may be here tomorrow.
If that happened, then it is irregular, and it has to be looked at. He says that there is an investigation happening.
It is very irregular, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Yes.
But let the investigation take place.
Thank you.
Mhlaka 25 April ngo-10 o'clock kuzohlelwa kahle ke ukuthi kusukela ngomsombuluko sizoqala ngasikhathi bani. Wena ke mangalelo wesithathu inkinga yakho izwakele kwinkosi yenkantolo uthi umshushisi uzahlela njalo ukuthi abizele lana enkantolo ongamele ijele laseHoshimamkhulu ukuze azoziphendulela kulezi tyholo zonke leyo zikhiphayo. So sizobonana futhi ngomsombuluko sizokwazi ukuqhubeka ngecala nokuthi sithole isombululo malunga nenkinga yakho izwakele. Siyabonga ngizobeni ngaphakathi. The online district manager.
The Senzo Meyiwa murder trial there postponed until Monday, the 25th of April. For more on this, of course, we know my colleague Hasina Gori has been following proceedings there. Let's just wrap it up with her. Hasina, over to you.
Good afternoon. As we've just seen, a forensic investigator is expected to be the first witness called in the Senzo Meyiwa case when it resumes on Monday. We've just seen it adjourn after the 5 accused pleaded not guilty. The state has indicated that it will be calling those who were in the house at the time of his death, as well as neighbors who may have heard the shots being fired, a pathologist, as well as a ballistic expert when it begins its case. This day was brought about with the charges being read out to the 5 accused. They're all facing charges of murder, attempted murder, robbery with aggravated circumstances, as well as the possession of unlicensed firearms and ammunitions. All 5 have pleaded not guilty on all counts, and they have not decided to explain their plea, leaving it to the state to determine its case. We've heard, right in the closing, the advocate for the advocate Tefo calling on the judge to make an order that accused number 3, who's alleged to have been assaulted last week Wednesday, be moved from maximum security at the Hoshimamkhulu and be kept in normal cells. The judge did ask the state to look into this, as well as correctional services. We've tried to speak with correctional services today to get a sense where they are in the investigation. We know that the matter has been reported to the police. A case has been opened, and we've told that both the correctional services as well as the state is looking into the matter, which is, as the judge says, quite a serious allegation of assault when it comes to the prisoners. The matter has now been postponed to Monday morning, where we'd see the first witness being called. It is a forensic investigator who's expected to bring the digital images to court and present them and put them into record. That's it for me for now. Back to you in studio.
Very much, my colleague there, Hasina Gori, covering the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Well, that's a wrap from the On Point team. SA Today will have more news for you at the top of the hour.